The robotaxi race is really heating up. So far, Waymo, Google, nay Alphabet's effort, is running full-time in San Francisco, Phoenix, and Los Angeles, with plans to start in Austin, Atlanta, Miami, and maybe Tokyo in 2025. Zoox, which is Amazon's effort, is about to launch in Las Vegas and San Francisco. Meanwhile, Cruise, or General Motors' effort, is now on life support after being deemed a failure. But this is just the American market. What about the rest of the world? As it turns out, the race is heating up in China as well. Two main players dominate the Chinese market. Baidu, or China's Google, has their Apollo Go service called 罗波快跑 in Chinese, operating in a few service areas in Shanghai, Wuhan, and Shenzhen. WeRide, a Chinese startup, operates their WeRide One service in small areas in Beijing and Guangzhou. Now, I just happen to be in China right now, so of course, as a professional rider of autonomous vehicles, there's only one question on my mind. Are the Chinese AVs any good? So today we're gonna try out Apollo Go, otherwise known as 罗波快跑, which is China's version of autonomous taxis. But first we need to try the control, which is Didi, or China's version of Uber. So let's go. All right, here's our Didi. So the car that we have today is pretty good. It's from the GAC group, which is a Chinese car conglomerate. It's got like fake plastic brushed metal finish and, you know, piano black. It's pretty clean. So as a benchmark, our Didi right now is going to cost us 42 RMB, which is around like $5.75 US. We're going like 13.9 kilometers in total, which is 8.64 miles, and the trip itself is going to take like around 37 minutes or so. But the number one thing to note about driving in China is that it is really not like driving in the US. I mean, I've been in taxis and Ubers, you know, like all over the world, on the West Coast and the East Coast, like San Francisco, LA, New York. And that stuff is very calm compared to what goes on here. We've literally got motorcycles and mopeds all over the place. In general, people just sort of drive really crazy, like pedestrians step out right into the middle of the road like there's no tomorrow. So in my opinion, it's a significantly more difficult place to navigate for a self-driving car than in basically any American place. So our goal today is to get in an Apollo Go and see if it'll hit people or not. Track record so far is apparently it's not that smooth of a ride and it's not very fast, but it is cautious at least, so that's a good thing. We'll see how our experience plays out today.
1 hour later.
Okay, so we just got off the Didi. This pickup and drop-off situation is sort of not great. For this specific area, you have to drop off at these locations, and you can see all of these cars are either waiting to either pick up people or drop off people. Over there is a line of taxis. This is sort of just like 2-3 cars deep, a little bit wild. I don't know how traffic even operates around here, but this is not the solution. So first, roadblock. In order to call for one, you have to verify your government ID, which you do not have to do with any of the American services. So right now, we're trying to verify this thing.
2 hours later.
I ended up submitting my own personal passport information. It said it would take a day, but it just passed. Looking for a car now. It says it's gonna take 20 minutes or so. That wait time is, it is insane, but we'll see if it finds anything.
The next day.
Okay, so this is try number 2 of hailing a 罗波快跑. Yesterday didn't really go so well. We had to verify the ID, and then it turns out that there were basically no cars in that service area, so I don't even know why it was active over there, but whatever. We're in another service area that is an hour and almost 40 minutes away from where we were yesterday, and we're gonna try it again. Let's hope we get a car this time. Holy moly. I understand why they have the service area here. There is like nothing around here. The roads are super wide. Foot traffic and moped traffic is definitely significantly lower. There are a lot of parks around here. This is not to say the environment is not challenging still. I mean, it's still China. There's still a lot of just mopeds everywhere, people stepping out onto the street. We'll see how the car handles. If we managed to get one today.
346 minutes later.
Okay, so this has sort of been a nightmare. We just moved locations again to somewhere down the road where we had luck calling one yesterday, but we were nowhere near the area. Like, we just called one to try it. We got one, but we couldn't take it. So we come to the same area today, and we're gonna try it once again.
Much later.
Okay, holy shit, we just got a car. This is actually, we've been waiting for like 2 billion years. It is real, and it is coming. It is on its way here. I have no idea how we're gonna get it to pick us up. The road is very not friendly for pedestrians. So I really don't know. But we'll see. This is an experiment.
They're literally dropping off at where we were calling the car earlier.
Oh my god. We could have not we could have not moved. For reference,
Is this? Yeah.
this is the subway station that we exited from. The car is coming and dropping somebody off here. We took a human-driven car. We took a Didi, and because we thought there was not going to be a car there, so we moved up the road. Oh my god, this traffic is insane. Anyways, we moved up the road here to where we had success getting a car last time. The problem is, our pickup point is over here. There are tree barriers all along the road. The sidewalk looks like this. There is a bike lane, and there is a supposed human traffic lane, which the bikes, mopeds use anyways. And then you can't really get off the sidewalk. And this road is incredibly busy. So like, look at all of this traffic. This is constant traffic. And we're expected to be picked up here. There's trucks everywhere, people are cutting in and out. Everybody's honking. There's like tripods or whatever on the road. Not great at all. So we're now headed towards the pickup point, which is right on the sidewalk over here. I have no idea how this experience is gonna go, but we'll see. Oh my god, this has been an adventure and a half. Okay, well, while we're here, let's take a look at this UI. So that's the car number, that's the color of the car. I think all their cars are white. This is the car model, license plate back here, and then we've got what capacity this car seats. So this is the actual car itself. So you can't sit in the front at all. It says seats up to 3 people, so you can only seat 3 people in the back seat. I believe the front is totally gated off by plexiglass. Customer service center, edit drop off, and then that's cancel the ride. We don't want to hit that. Here's walking direction. We're already within 30 meters of it. So it won't give us walking directions. There comes the car.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it. Oh my god, it's going so slow. Oh my god. Here we go. The car's doing a U-turn. Has it done the U-turn? Is it stuck? Oh, Lord, it's turning. The main question I have right now is how this thing is going to stop on this road. It does not look like you're technically allowed to stop here, and I think they're probably following the law, maybe. This thing is going to pull up in a second, so we'll see where it stops. Our car is right behind this truck. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, okay, it's just pulling over right here. Wait, there's a guy in there. Okay, well, there's a dude in there, so it's not totally unmanned. We gotta wade through these branches. Ow! There's a code you enter. This says open, and here we go. We'll close the door. It's got cameras here, and that's showing the left side of the car. So we'll press this to start, and it says put on my seatbelt. Unlike Waymo, it does not start if your seatbelt is not on. All right, here we go. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Wow, that was not the greatest start. That was really rough. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how much of this is making it across on camera, but this is real rough. So it's just saying like don't smoke, don't ruin the car. There's a guy driving, or there's a guy monitoring, don't bother the guy, you can't talk to him. If you have a problem, hit the SOS button. And then it says like, hope you're taking care of it again sometime soon. All right, so here's the setup. You've got some sort of camera system up there. You've got cameras in the cabin here. You've got some instructions here. There is a rear view mirror here. This is for monitoring behind you to see if anybody is oncoming if you're pulled over and you want to try to open the door. And here on the screen, you've got some media. Oh, these are ads. All right, so they're just gonna put ads in your face. There is climate control. You can adjust this. There is emergency pullover, there is trip editing, and then there's info. And there is an SOS button up here. I'm not gonna call that right now. There is also a settings button here. You can change the background of your app and also change it to night mode if you want. Let's see what the English button says. So day, night, auto, backgrounds, brightness, you can adjust this. How do I get out of this? Oh, okay, just tap anywhere. That's the estimated mileage. Down here, destination here, and we've got music and video, which is ads. Oh, you can swipe through. Okay, so in Wuhan, they actually allow picking up at the airport. Let's take our look at our route. So you can enlarge this. This is our route for today. You can see we're making some turns, some more turns, and then it's a fairly straight shot over here until we get to this park here. So this is what the car is seeing. You can see it's got data on the traffic lights that it's seeing. It's got barriers, I guess, in front there. It's like those barriers that it's seeing like in the sidewalk. And it's got the cars around us. It does not detect that there is a truck there. It just says it's another car. It also says that it's in the wrong place. And there's a countdown for the traffic light. I believe this countdown is pulled from like the government service. That traffic light countdown data. Oh boy. Oh, okay. This is not. You know, I feel like it's when you're in a new service like this and they still got safety drivers and all of that, you sort of start appreciating that services like Waymo are doing it so much better. Like, this is real scary. Oh my. It's going great. This dude is like grimacing in the mirror. He's like not having it. Now it sees there's a truck there. It did not before. It also thinks everything is a bus. So when the road is wide open, it is not really keeping the lane. It also does not think there is another lane on the left when there is. So, you know, I think it's going great. Well, I think an issue that I'm seeing consistently now is that this thing, like as far as driving performance goes, the powering and like accelerating, decelerating, real rough. No sort of smoothing at all. I think we're trying to get into a left turn lane now. That was a big jerk. Tricky issue with pedestrians here. They're sort of in the lane, tight space navigating here. I sort of got through it pretty slowly. Here's what the car sees. So we've got a traffic light coming up.
Pretty sure all these cars are illegally parking on the side.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt. So we've got a fairly busy intersection. Pedestrians on both sides. There are left turn lanes across the intersection. You can see traffic is pretty hectic. So we'll see how this thing does. This guy's brows are very furrowed. Okay, now we've got human traffic. Everybody's sort of coming across. What's funny is everybody is either a person or a bicycle, and there's no in between. All right, so we've got a red light for human traffic, but that doesn't mean that they won't still go. Okay, green light. Oh, sort of a jerky power up. Oh, okay. Jerky, I don't know what all is stopping for, but I did not see anything on the visualizations. It thinks there's a car in the middle of this barrier, but there's not. It thinks there's another car in the middle of the barrier, but there is not. It thinks there's a car on the side. Oh, I guess there will. Oh, okay. That was a really sudden lane change. It thinks there's a car crossing the barrier, crossing the pedestrian walk, but there is not. It thinks there are many cars crossing, but there are no cars, in fact.
They're like mini cars.
Yeah. But in actuality, they're literally just like people on mopeds.
Oh, they transformed into a moped.
Yep. Okay. There's nobody in front of us, so it's... Ooh. Whoa, okay. I'll tell you guys, this has been an experience so far. Like riding this versus my experiences riding Cruise and my experiences riding Waymo, like, it is night and day. I mean, granted, the traffic situation in China is like pretty crazy, but this is some sort of experience. I think that's what I'll say. It's some sort of experience. All right, so we've got a red light for a left turn. So we're pulling into left turn lane. That was okay, pull over. All right, green for a left turn. Let's see. Sort of wiggling back and forth in the lane a little bit. It's very, very cautious about staying in the lane, but then it did like an emergency left into another lane, and now it's coming back into this lane. Interesting maneuvers. Okay, it just suddenly decided to change lanes, and then it immediately changed lanes, and it just like jerked us right across. Like it changed and it immediately changed, which is probably not what you want to do. And it like pulled the steering wheel to the right. Oh, now it's changing lanes again. Okay, so we just had an emergency disengagement, so the guy's driving now. So the reason for that one was that it was changing lanes into a left lane 2 lanes over, and because another car is changing lanes in front, and that car was definitely going to crash into us. So he disengaged. Now we are not on the road anymore, apparently. Oh, okay. Now we're back on the road. And is he going to re-engage? Okay, we are re-engaged. We are re-engaged people. I feel like whenever media and stuff like report on riding in like a Waymo or like, I don't know, even like a cruise or something, they always go like, yeah, we thought it was going to be exciting, and then it turned out that it was really boring and normal, and we forgot about it like 5 minutes in. This is not that. This is like, this is exciting, but in the wrong way. There's a lot of influencers on Chinese social media like Douyin and like Xiaohongshu, where they're talking about riding in a carrot, and they're talking about like, oh, this is such like a calm experience, you know, and like it's doing so well. No, it is not. By the way, the English name is actually Apollo Go, but I just say carrot because it sounds better. Now we are slowing down because the truck is changing lanes. There's a car in front of us. Oh, it just honked. Oh, okay. Now it emergency changed lanes to the lane next to us. That was one of the smoother lane changes, and that wasn't even that smooth. The obstacle has passed, and then it changed lanes. One disengagement and no crashes yet, so I'll take it. Okay, red light again. Better, stop. Still not fantastic. So like, I don't know, it doesn't really come across on camera because I'm using a camera on a gimbal, but this thing is jerky. I don't know how to express it, but it is just rough. So we've got 10 minutes left on this trip to go 3.8 kilometers. We're at a stoplight. It thinks there is a bicycle in the middle of the road. So we're powering up again, accelerating. That's a nice and smooth acceleration. That's good. Whoa, okay, we're swerving into the right lane. There was no indication until it actually did it, and then it showed up on the map, so that's fun. This guy is also merging into the lane. Now it's slowing down. There are some hazards on the right up here, and there are no hazards in the road actually until now. So that's fantastic. Oh, it is wavering in between lanes, and now it's chosen to take the right lane. There's an entire wall back there that it just totally missed. Oh, okay. Emergency merge into the right lane. It did not indicate it before it did it, and then it indicated it on the map. I think they need to maybe do that better. It signals, but there's no sound cue. So Waymo tried that for a little bit, and then they rolled it back. So there are sound cues on the Waymo now. Okay, we're doing a right turn. It's a protected right. There is a car, and oh, okay. That was a pretty rough avoidance there. So now we're deciding to stay in this lane, and we're powering. We're at 52 kilometers per hour, and there is 7 more minutes on this trip. You know what this feels like to me, actually? I think this actually feels like the earlier versions of FSD to me. So this feels like FSD, like maybe like version 11 or so, before they switched to end-to-end neural net processing stuff. Oh, okay. That was a real jerky. I think at this point I'm getting a little bit car sick. It's really like changing lanes like back and forth. That was not me moving my head just now. So it's rough. Okay, we have a green left. Oh.
It was a blinking green.
Yep, now it's changed. Now it's red. The car is past the pedestrian crossing. It thinks it's still in the middle. And we suddenly stopped when I think we probably should have gone. Yeah, it was yellow. So I don't know what the regulation is in China for proceeding on a yellow, but I feel like it probably should have just gone. So now we're sort of in the middle of the crossing. The traffic is thankfully pretty light right now at this intersection. Anybody who would be crossing at this intersection would have to go all the way around us. And the crossings in China are not like that friendly to pedestrians to begin with. Yeah, we've got a lot of traffic, but only like half of it is actually showing up on the visualization. So we're proceeding. Green left. It's going quite slow, but there is nothing in front of us, as you can see. And this car behind us thinks we're too slow. It's a taxi. He's giving us the death glare out of the driver's window, and it just passed us on the left. Oh my. Right now, we are behind an SF Express delivery robot. Got a warning sign right here that says, "Caution, stay away." And we are right up against it. It's pretty funny. So the delivery robot is proceeding. We're sort of...
How banged up it is.
Oh my god. Yeah, it is quite banged up.
Somebody definitely ran into it.
And there goes the robot. We're going straight. Okay. Once again, it did not indicate before it changed lanes. And now it's changing lanes back because that car was in the next lane and I thought it was going to run into it. It's really trying hard to stay in this lane. Like, I can feel it jerking back and forth. Oh, okay. Once again, it jerked. Excuse me. That was a rough one. All right, so we're close to getting off. So now it's telling me to prepare belongings. Oh, shoot. Did I just do that?
So.
Oops. That's Alright. Look at the camera, look at the mirror, nobody's coming. That's the first time the guy said anything to us. Alright. Here we go. 谢谢. Oh my gosh. And we're just close the door. Vehicles parking, verify, blah blah. Doors have locked. So they've got one LiDAR.
Trip is completed and it's telling us to pay.
Oh, okay. Is it not gonna move if we don't pay?
I don't think so. I mean, it should just move.
Yeah, it should move, right? Okay, it's moving now. Goodbye. That was not a great ride. So we're gonna try to pay for this thing now.
There's a
big discount. It was gonna cost 58 RMB. It discounted 48 RMB, and now it costs 9 RMB.
I'm paying Baidu.
Baidu is taking our money. How many stars do you rate this?
Maybe it's like a...
That was a pretty rough ride. I would say that was worse than most DDs that I've taken and most cabs that I've taken here.
It's worse than the one that we took last night.
Yeah. So the one, we took a DD last night and the guy who was driving was so bad. I would rate it 2 stars out of 5. It got us there. I feared for my life a little bit.
I feel like it feels less safe than taking any other car.
Yeah, I think I would choose literally any other way of getting there, but it got us there. We did not die. There was one disengagement, and the guy almost disengaged another time.
I give it a 1 star. And then for review, I'm gonna say the car control was bad. I'm also gonna select, it's hard to call a car.
It is hard to call a car. We had to wait close to an hour.
And it was a big difference compared to a human driver.
I would say that.
I think aside from that, well, the pick up and drop off, is this dangerous?
No, I would say...
I think the pickup spot was kind of dangerous.
Okay, but I would say it's pretty close to like how you would get picked up in like a DD. Except the DD would probably pull into the driveway. This thing did not. It just stopped on the side of the road.
I think it's probably fine.
I would say that's probably okay.
And then there's the real-time road condition rendering. Is it
No, that was not good.
Not good.
Yeah.
And then for this one, the safety driver has to intervene a lot. He intervened once.
He intervened 1.5 times. He almost grabbed the steering wheel once, and he did disengage once. The car is coming back. There it is.
Oh, is that the same guy?
Probably it's the same dude. I mean, there's like no cars, like there are no carrots on the road.
What do I write? What would you write?
I would write.
Comparative. It is very far.
I would write. There's just literally just write. There's a long way to go to match Waymo. Good luck. It says way more. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll submit our feedback, and hopefully Mr. Baidu will read it and improve it. All right, so that was writing Carrot Quick Run or Apollo Go 罗波快跑 in China. That was certainly an experience. I don't think I'll do it again. I'm pretty car sick, and I think we almost hit somebody. So good luck, Baidu. Maybe get more LiDARs on that thing. You've only got one. I don't think that's quite enough. Yeah, but I'll see you guys in the next video.